You are listening to the Power Women in Green podcast. I'm your host, Ellen Hielkema. I get to talk to a power woman in green. These women are doing business in a new way, and it's feminine and from the heart. Behind every one of these women in sustainable business, there's a story worth being told. Join me and learn from her road to success and how to incorporate her knowledge into your own life and career. Today's guest is Amber van den Putte. She is an entrepreneur and she recently launched her new business, To Glimpse, at the end of last year, so it's very recent. And the idea behind To Glimpse is that it meets the needs and wishes of having experiences with locals. So there's a growing demand for experiencing real culture with the real people. Like a Dutch entrepreneur Amber says, and I fully agree with, when visiting other cities, I always wonder who is living behind those beautiful foreign doors. What are they up to? So usually the travel business, local experience are mainly focused on developing countries. So experiencing the actual culture in developing countries, but not really in the world that we live in. So To Glimpse believes that all people have a valuable daily life that's worthy of showing others. To Glimpse offers an online platform on which people can share their wish about an experience and then find the right match. So the idea is that you create your account, your own profile on the membership site, and talk about what you would like to experience, and then find a match with someone who wants to experience something similar. Hello, Amber.
Hi,
how's it going?
Ellen. I'm fine. How are you?
So good to have you on the show.
Thank you for being here.
And it's the first time we're doing the show with video. So thank you for bearing with me and doing the practice rounds and all of that. You've been a good sport. So let's jump right in. Tell us a little bit about To Glimpse and why you started the business.
The way it started is via my children. My children are 14 and 16 years old, and they are attending a public bilingual school in Rotterdam. And their school is very keen on stimulating their students to interact with different cultures. They organize various exchanges with schools in Germany, Spain, UK, Ireland, but also outside Europe in India and China. My eldest daughter traveled to Mumbai, India in 2016. And the mother of the Indian exchange student said to me, "Let your daughter bring her running shoes." I like to run early in the morning, I think she said 4:30 a.m., because that's so beautiful. The sun is rising, the streets are empty. That's Mumbai's true beauty. But my daughter didn't want to bring her running shoes. She didn't want to wake up that early. She didn't want to run. But I thought to myself, that seems like a truly unique experience. Running through Mumbai with an Indian woman. Isn't it possible for adults like me to do a cultural exchange? And so that's the way it started. I searched on the internet, but I couldn't find an organization which was able to organize an exchange for me. So I said to my family, I also want to do an exchange. So I will start a platform myself and try to find people who would like to do an exchange. Because I think that your ordinary life is an experience to someone else. So I want to stay with a local, catching a glimpse of his or her daily life.
Yeah, glimpse is a big word. So it's having a little peek into someone else's life abroad rather than going on vacation and just witnessing the place, the city as a tourist.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So the underlying goal of the website, what is it?
I want to offer a platform on which people who are interested in different cultures can meet each other and organize an encounter. And hopefully this will broaden their mind and of course, bring a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. Okay. So does To Glimpse arrange the trip?
To Glimpse is a platform on which people can meet each other. The trip has to be organized by themselves.
Okay. So you find a person on the platform, you reach out to that person, and you either stay at each other's home, or it can also be that one person stays at the other person's home, but not the other way around.
Everything is possible.
Okay.
So make appointment with the person you're going to meet. Can be that you're only a host or only a guest, or that you're both. It's possible to stay in the house of your host, but it's also possible to say, no, I don't want to stay in someone's house. I prefer to stay at a hotel or a bed and breakfast or something like that.
Yeah. So how is it different than things like couch surfing, house swapping, and Airbnb, things like that?
Those platforms are great as well. But the big difference is those websites focuses on a nice place to stay, a beautiful house, or a cheap holiday. To Glimpse focuses on people, not on accommodations. So To Glimpse is a platform to realize equal encounters. We don't focus on a cheap holiday. But on the other hand, during the exchange, no money is changing hands, but experiences and new insights. So it seems to be cheap. But I think both parties need to put effort into this goal to get new experiences and new insights for the best results.
Yeah, so it's more energy is put in with energy as in involvement and arranging things and making the stay for the person who's visiting as pleasant as possible and giving them an experience rather than asking for money for your apartment.
But the host has to put energy in it, but also the guest. It's not that you go to your bedroom expecting a chocolate on your pillow, things like that, waiting for dinner and.
So you help out also when you're the visitor.
I think it's more or less the same when you go to family or friends, and when you stay overnight, you also don't wait, or the host or your family or friend is asking for money after dinner, something like that.
Or where's the wine? So one thing that comes to mind is, how do you know the guest or the host is okay? Like, is it safe? Is there a way that you can check that?
In my opinion, almost all people wanting to participate in such an experience have only good intentions. So instead of being fearful, I like to be trustful. But it is important to use the internal message system of To Glimpse or the video chat to find out if you feel okay. Maybe also establish contact on other social platforms. And most importantly, you need to have a good feeling about the person you will be spending your time with.
Yeah.
So, we don't have reviews because from my point of view, it can easily get too personal when you comment on the way in which you experience someone's culture. In general, people try to show hospitality. And I think we need to embrace differences. Like my daughter went to China, and when the Chinese girl came to our house, I said to her, she has to stay in your room. And then she said, in my room? No, it's my room. And I said, where did you stay in China? She said, I don't know, it was a beautiful room, but sometimes the parents came into my room and took some stuff out of the closet. So that was a bit strange. I said, where did you think they slept? And then she didn't know. I said, probably they slept on the couch while you were staying in their bed. So, it's different how people organize it. And it's good to see that there are differences. And maybe you get a new insight.
Yeah, I love that she didn't realize that that's a teenager's mind. I don't know. They came into my room. I don't know. I don't care.
Me, myself, and I.
And then they gave up their bed to give you an experience of having your comfort to show them hospitality, to make your stay amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah, really beautiful.
So, for example, this is just a personal example. I would like to house swap with Denmark because I feel like Denmark is a nice place to go, and I feel like they have those nice co-housing communities in Denmark. So what would I do? Let's take me as an example.
Yes, so first it's important, it's not a house swap. The person in Denmark will stay home and will help you out and show his or her daily life. But when you want to go to Denmark, it starts with creating a profile on our website, which is for free right now. In your profile, you explain a bit about yourself and explain what you're looking for and upload a profile picture. And decide what would you like to be, host, guest, or both. So you want to do the full exchange, how many days, when, and does the exchange includes the overnight stay, or do you want to stay in a hotel or bed and breakfast? Like at this moment, we have people on our website. One woman is a Dutch teacher. And she wants to visit Finland and meet a Finnish teacher because the education system or program in Finland seems to be very innovative. So she wants to explore this and maybe bring some of this program to the Netherlands. We also have a Dutch filmmaker who's looking for an English filmmaker. She wants to work abroad and is wondering how it works in the UK. We have an expat family in Kenya and a family in Japan who want to show their daily life. So there's a lot is possible. So think about what you want to do, maybe celebrating a local festivity, exchanging ideas about raising kids maybe. Like in the Netherlands, we give our kids some slices of bread, but in France they get a 3-course menu. Luxurious for us. Or maybe cook together, exchange recipes, sport together. So after completing your profile, you can check around if there is already someone who could be a good match. At this moment, we are brand new, so there are not that many profiles, less than 50. So what we also will do is use social platforms to let people know that there is a profile like yours. And so hopefully we can find in a short period a good match.
Okay, that's really interesting. So you're putting in the effort right now to make a...
I help a bit.
Yeah, good idea. So To Glimpse is free right now because of the introduction period. What is your business model?
After the introduction period, signing up on To Glimpse costs €10 for 1 month, €25 for 3 months, and a full year membership costs €60 only. And the cost of the exchange can be agreed upon together with the host or your guest, even though, as what I said, the main idea is not to exchange money.
Yeah, okay. Your previous career was completely different than what you're doing now. Why did you make the shift?
Yeah, you're right. I started as a tax advisor a long time ago. And then I've worked as a head product management payments. I was busy with the improvement and innovation of payment products at a Dutch bank. And being an entrepreneur is completely different from what I did. However, my legal and innovation skills are still useful. And on top of that, I'm very lucky. I doesn't need a boss or a manager to start working. I can motivate myself. That's almost crucial to becoming an entrepreneur. And the reason I made this shift is because I like to be challenged. And I thought by myself, my job is fine. My colleagues are great, but the world is so much bigger. Such a big playground. Or what I said, it's such a large candy shop. Try another candy. That's what I thought by myself. And I thought, you will regret it if you don't take this opportunity now. So I jumped into the deep.
Yeah.
And tried. Yeah, that's the way, the reason I started.
Yeah. Interesting. Very cool. What is your goal as an entrepreneur?
I would like to create a service with differences as ingredient. Differences creates inspiration and opens eyes. And I think it will make your life richer. So hopefully I can create a bit more social good in the world with 2Glimpse. And secondly, I hope that I can show that focusing on money only is limiting us. Not everything is for sale, is my idea. And I think exchanging is possible with existing resources. So hopefully, I hope that I can show that without money, you can have the most unforgettable experiences.
Very cool. Where do you see 2Glimpse in 5 years?
Firstly, I hope that this kind of travel will be used by a large group all over the world. So imagine this conversation. Are you going on holiday this year? Yeah, we'll go to the beach for 1 week. But I will also doing glimpsing. So hopefully it's a word, glimpsing, that moment in 5 years. I will go glimpsing for some days in France. And after that, the host will come visit us as well. So I hope that those kind of conversations are more or less normal, that we are used to those. So hopefully in 5 years we are a bit more open to other cultures and are aware of our beautiful world with all its differences. And for myself, I hope that I will be connected with many different people.
Nice. So far, what is one obstacle you have overcome in your business?
One obstacle.
Yeah, or a couple you think are really important for us to find out.
No, so I'm very glad the website is live and have some really nice press results. My family and my friends share, like, and have created a profile. So now it's time for the next step, and that's gaining attention abroad. And I think that will be a big challenge, and I'm very curious if I can make that to get known outside the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that will be my focus for the coming period.
Yeah. And is that the obstacle as well, that it's been difficult to reach the...
I think most difficult is that there are differences, cultural differences. So I have to find out how I have to reach people in other countries. The way I do it in the Netherlands is maybe different than do it in Finland or in Spain.
Can you share a piece of advice someone has given you in the past? Someone who maybe you admire, or someone who has given you business advice, or...
Some advices. The first one is be patient. Give it a chance. They said to me, first year, your family, friends will help you. Second year will be very difficult. And you have to find out if you can manage it alone. And third year, you will find out if you will survive. Mm-hmm. So, I have to remember this myself as well every day. So be patient. Secondly, for me, it's very important, don't stay home. And home, you won't meet anyone. So find a good working place, co-working place, because your colleague entrepreneurs will challenge you, will help you, and maybe even more important, will cheer you up when you feel unsure about the path you've chosen. And I just found out that doing sports is also very important.
Good one.
If you're a bit stressed or you feel unsure, go out and do something else, and you will be, your vision about your future will be more clear afterwards.
Yeah, it's actually a big one, because I do that too. Whenever I'm going crazy, I'm outside walking in between the trees, or running, or anything, just to either blow off steam or regain energy.
Yeah, you're right.
It really works.
Yeah.
What will a person get as a result from glimpsing, the new word?
That's a good question. That's important. to know? I think, first of all, being inspired by the life of others. So that's important. Afterwards, I know for sure you will be inspired. But also very important is afterwards, I think you look in a different way to your own life and your own country. I think you will be more satisfied with your daily ordinary life. So, and even maybe being more proud. Afterwards, you will be more open to other cultures and to differences. And last but not least, you will have a priceless memory forever.
Yeah, beautiful.
I think it will be for all of us, or also all the listeners. They will have great memories, and if they think back, what kind of memories are those? It's often an encounter, meeting someone else, have fun together. Also on holiday, the best memories are with local people.
Yeah, it's true. And there's not really an easy way to get there in a short amount of time. So I think glimpsing is really the way to go.
Yeah.
Unless you know someone who lives there, of course. Is there anything else you would like to add for our listeners and viewers?
I'm so glad I got the chance to create my own dream, to meet interesting people. And when I read the profiles on my website, I'm so impressed and happy. It's incredible. There are so many friendly and admirable people in the world. So also, if you don't want to make a profile, start reading about the other profiles. It's really great. And I started this because I would like to do an exchange. So Leslie, it will be great to welcome one of your listeners into my home in Rotterdam or meet them abroad. So dear listeners, let me know. And if you're looking for another destination, want to host people from abroad, create a profile. And if you want to stay with me, please let me know. It will be great.
Very cool. That's so cool. I hope one of the listeners will do that. That's so amazing.
I hope so too. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So to all listeners, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show. It was really a pleasure to have a fellow Dutch woman entrepreneur on the show. I really love what you're doing. I can't wait to create my own profile and see if I can figure out a way to swap, or I keep calling it swapping, but to do glimpsing with a Danish person and learn more about that culture. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, it will be great. I will help you to find a great person, and maybe there's also a listener.
Yeah.
I think it will be easy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me here in your show. And thank you for your beautiful questions.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode. I think we should make glimpsing a new word for sure, hopefully sooner than 2023. I'm hoping also that you will give it a try, this whole glimpsing thing. Why not? Why not be a host? Why not be a guest somewhere? It seems like it's a affordable way to travel, and it's also a unique way of actually having real life experiences with people in the country, city, town you're visiting. So think about that for a while, let it sink in, and definitely create your free account because it's still free now and soon it will be paid, as Amber told us in the episode. So yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to consider where I can go and meet other mothers with small children so that I can live in a place that has child safe proof house, things like that. It's actually quite interesting to think of what will make my vacation that much more interesting or suitable for my needs. So give it a think and at least create your membership account and see what happens. And as Amber said, she's willing to put in the work to find a suitable home for you now that the membership number is still so low. And another thing is that her goal is to reach 250 membership applicants by July of this year. So help her achieve her goals of this year and create your account. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Power Women in Green podcast. Learn how to greenify your life by heading over to powerwomeningreen.com. Here you can find the latest green news and the best eco products from my favorite kind business.